Throat cutting scene was a particularly disturbing one for me.
And this guy is laughing like a maniac.
Match cut that with someone being set on fire.
Loud and proud.
It has to be a red dye because we're talking about murders. Hi, I'm Vijesh Rajan and I'm the motion design director at Plexus Motion.
Hi, my name is Yashoda Parthasarathy and I'm a motion design director at Plexus Motion Studios.
And today we're going to decode the title sequence for Mirzapur. The brief was that this is the world, this is the world of Mirzapur, where there are a lot of rival gangs also, but there is Kaleen Bhaiya, who's the kingpin. You know, his main source of income, or like his front to the whole business, is that he's got a carpet making, kilim carpet kind of manufacturing business, but on the side he's doing all kinds of wrong things.
Even though we are in the visual effects business, we are not big fans of violence being depicted in a very in your face kind of a manner. We wanted to just focus on the building of this carpet. So we felt like the artistry and the artistic side of this carpet making is something that is not portrayed in the show. It's something that you don't see in the show at all. So we wanted to sort of bring that aesthetic into the title sequence, and we wanted to showcase that and then give snippets or hints of, okay, there's something really gory, something really bad that's happening.
And the process of making the kilim carpet also is very intricate, which is the speciality of Mirzapur. It's something that is only made there, you know. So we decided that we should actually shoot this process and use the step-by-step procedure that is involved in creating of a carpet, and like in each stage of that we will kind of intercut that with something violent that's happening, and somehow it has to connect visually. Like if we see the dye being used in the beginning, it should come it has to be a red dye because we're talking about murders, we're talking about blood and gore. And the filmmakers were excited about the opportunity to show violence in the title sequence also, because they were like, this is a violent show, and whoever is watching it, they need to know firsthand in the beginning itself that we're going to deal with these kind of visuals anyway. That research was really like what led us to, you know, going there, shooting it, and eventually arriving at this idea that we'll use flash cuts of various violent scenes in the film, but we will intercut it with something that looks visually similar. Like for example, when the carpet is fully finished, they actually have like this, it's sort of like a blowtorch, but it's a traditional version of it, which when you turn it on, it actually ignites with this big swoosh. Immediately match cut that with someone being set on fire, you know, and that interplay is what actually kind of sold the sequence as the concept for the sequence to the production house to Excel.
It came with the track, and it's also like, you know, the show opens with this guy wrecking an entire marriage, the happiest day of someone's life, and he shot the groom, you know, and he killed him. And everybody's like, then it's become like from a very happy moment in their life to the most like tragic moment of their life, and this guy is laughing like a maniac, you know. So it's that's the world, because the characters in the show are unabashedly who they are, and they know that they rule the town, and they are very they wear it on their sleeves, you know.
They're
so
very
that
aware of their power.
Yeah, and that sort of is encapsulated in the track, and it also adds that, you know, nonchalant behavior of theirs, and sort of allows them to do and get away with the things that they do.
usually music is always something that we ask for before, even if it's not a final version of the track. It's a work in progress that we need. This one, they immediately knew that it had to be something that is high octane and something that makes you feel like a gripping sensation, like you're immediately like pulled into the show. It's loud, it's unapologetic about how how commanding it is, and so it immediately kind of thrusts you into the world of the show. And that's the kind of it kind of dictated the edit in that sense also. Like we had to use very sharp cuts, and we had to make sure that there's a lot of action happening in each shot. There's a lot of movement and momentum, and the story is building very quickly, which later helped us, of course, because we're doing the whole match cut, or we're using like small flashes, and all of those kind of really work with this kind of music. So I guess from the beginning itself, we knew that okay, this is the direction we're going in. But the look and feel we wanted to see, basically we knew that there are two things happening. One is the aesthetic of the show itself, in which we're showing footage from the show. There are bursts of violence. That's exactly from the show. There are moments from the show itself. But in contrast, we wanted this carpet making to look a lot more ethereal. And so we really lensed it, our DOP Krish Makhija. We made sure that we shot a real carpet being made, and when we were shooting it, we chose to shoot it a little soft, because this process is meant to be almost innocent and unaware of the other things that are happening, So this was shot little like beautifully. It was framed geometrically. It was meant to look designed, while the other stuff is meant to look rash. And it was edited in a way that all these beauty shots were meant to be disrupted by the action, the violence, and the footage from the show. Again, now with the carpet and the kind of footage that we shot, there was a very muted kind of color, unless we were looking at elements from the carpet itself, like the different kinds of string. They are very colorful. So we chose to isolate color only in that, but keep the environments very dreary, because we know that despite something beautiful is that's being made, it's being made in an environment that's full of hatred and like misery and death and destruction.
So essentially the main logo was something that very edgy, and that's something that the team from Excel shared with us. But the treatment of the logo, we always knew that the main logo had to have this woven, crisscross edge, which happens when the carpet is built. And because we built an entire carpet with the theme of the show, we also built the title written inside the carpet design. So that was the main logo font. And then regarding the rest of the names, we kept something that was very legible and something that's a lot more generic.
So that was a particularly disturbing. The throat cutting scene was a particularly disturbing one for me. I was a little iffish about it, but like we knew that we needed a big moment where there is a slash happening, because eventually that one drop is going to fall on the carpet, and then that's going to be a transition moment. So we did sift through a lot of the violent scenes, and then we ran the shortlisted ones across the filmmakers, and the showrunner was like, yeah, let's go with this one. Yeah. And I was hoping he wouldn't choose that one, but then that's eventually what we went with.
Yeah, and it's also sort of like, in the making of this carpet, a lot of people died, but not for the good. So it's kind of like an in-your-face version of saying that that's what happened. Like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into the making of this carpet.
More blood than sweat and tears. The Man on Fire also was another transition moment that we are very proud about, because we knew that the kilim carpets had to use that particular blowtorch, and it ignites in a very specific way. It's a very dramatic shot, and so we took several angles of it when we actually did the shoot. And then to juxtapose that, we only had like one option, which is in the show where a guy gets actually set on fire for whatever he did. And that was a remarkable moment because it is violent, but the way it transitions between our shot and theirs, it worked so well. I was like, we have to use this only.
Timelines and pressure was something that was quite high. Like timeline pressure was very high because it's people, in the industry, people are used to doing things where in a particular way, and films are a lot more relaxed because it's like at the end of the day, it's a 2-hour narrative piece you're talking about. But within that duration, if you have to come up with something that's 8 hours or 10 hours of content, there's a lot of work that needs to go in, and there's like multiple shoots that you need to do, and there is A crew, B crew who are doing like your B-rolls, and someone shooting something somewhere else, and then every episode has a different director, so there's a lot that is happening simultaneously. And title sequence also was something that initially not many people knew how to approach. Loud and proud. Mirzapur's title sequence is loud and proud, just like the show, and it's got a particular aesthetic, and that's there in the show, and that is very much depicted in the title sequence as well. Thank you for watching us decode the title sequence of Mirzapur.
If you enjoyed what you were watching, then please like, share and subscribe to IGN India, and don't forget to leave a comment about what your favorite part of this video was.